pozdrav od njega.
That translates pretty quickly, Sasa. That you guys have got an amazing language, really short.
Yes.
I like that. So it'll go quickly. But, this is a call that was instigated by Vittorio Daniela.
Ovaj call je organiziran od Vittoria I Daniele.
And there are two great, leaders in our company, and everybody is really important for us in all markets. So we really want to make sure that everybody understands exactly the correct information.
To su dve veliki lideri u našu firmu I mi želimo da svi dobiju 100% pravu informaciju.
And I would also like to mention John Braukels, who also is working in Croatia and in Slovenia, and also with his team. Everybody is very welcome this evening.
Can you repeat the name? What you said?
John Braukels.
John Braukels, isto dobrodošli sa njegovim timom I hvala što ste isto tu sa nama.
Yes, from the Slovenian and also his team in Croatia. Very warm welcome to you as well.
Iz Slovenije, iz Hrvatske, sve najlepše I dobrodošli.
Okay. Now, really, I know everybody's time is very valuable, so we're not going to, mess around. We're going to get straight into our call this evening.
Nećemo dugo da se zadržavamo, krećemo odmah sa naš call, imamo puno teme.
And the reason why most of you are here this evening is just to understand the process that we are now in with the relationship to Corsair.
Razlog zašto smo svi zajedno, da bi svi saznali kakve su sad poslove između Corsair I našeg biznesa.
And how we will be working with Corsair moving forward in the next period, over this transition period, but then forward from that moment on.
I isto kako ima da sarađujemo zajedno sa Corsair od sad I do sad kako smo sarađivali.
To take our business to the next level, and also this very important mission and this very important project that we are on to make this on an even bigger and better scale.
Da ovaj naš biznis provedemo na sljedeći stepen I da napravimo još bolje I još veće I da napredujemo.
And we have the privilege this evening that Mr. Jussi Saloranta, the CEO and the founder of Corsair, is with us on this call tonight.
Imamo privileg da Mr. Jussi Saloranta, svi ga znamo kao Jay, da on je danas sa nama, on je CEO od Corsair I on će da nam u detalju sve objasni.
And Sasa, who is now translating for you, will take over and translate Jay's message to you this evening, so you fully understand exactly what is happening and how really important this is.
Ja ću isto da prevedem Jaya u detalju, da tačno svako od vas dobije osjećaj kako je dobra ova misija I kako dobro situaciju sad imamo.
But before I introduce Jay, I would just like to say two things. One is that you all have been doing an amazing job, and the fact that you're here tonight on this call shows to me how committed and how passionate you are on this journey that we are on.
Pre nego što predstavimo Jaya, on želi da vam kaže da ste svi bili mnogo ste se trudili I mnogo ste bili involvirani u ovaj biznis da stignemo tu da trebamo.
And secondly, I'd just like to say a few words about Jay. Many of you have known him. We call him Jay because he's become a close friend, and this is just someone who's very close to us, someone who's very dear to us, but someone also we have an awful lot of respect for.
I njega zovemo Jay zato što smo mnogo blizi sa njime, mnogo nam je dragi, mnogo dobro sarađujemo zajedno I imamo mnogo respekta prema njemu.
And the reason why myself, and I know I can also speak for you, Sasa, is why we have so much respect for Jay is because of how hard he works for other people to make this dream a reality.
Razlog zašto imamo toliko respekta isto prema njemu, zato što stvarno je puno se trudio I mnogo je radio u zadnje vreme da bi mogli da stignemo tu gdje se sad nalazimo I to isto ja potvrđujem sa moje strane.
And I think that when you have heard the information that he has shared with you and will share with you on this call, that you will be very impressed with the results and the progress, but also the vision where he is taking Corsair to. And this is really, really important to understand this vision and this bigger picture, because this is what inspires me to want to just do so much and to help so many people to evolve their business.
Ja sam siguran kad budete svi čuli šta se dešava i šta se uspelo do sad, da će svi da budete oduševljeni i da će da 100% idemo zajedno u pravi, da napravimo pravi biznis.
So without any further ado, I'd just like to welcome Jussi Salonanta, Mr. Jussi Salonanta on the call. Jay, are you with us? We'll call you Jay because that's the name that we affectionately call you.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
I see.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm here. Thank you very much. And I would also, first of all, thank you, Peter, for a great, very warm welcome, and thank you for Sasha for doing this great translation today.
Yeah. Well, of course, you're welcome, bro.
So, dobar dan and kako si?
Dobrodošli svima. Zahvaljujem se puno što mi prevedemo to i što ima sad mogućnost da priča sa vama.
Jay, sorry, before I hand over to you, I see that you've got a smile on your face yet again. I've rarely met someone who's so happy. And tell us this evening, why are you so happy and why are you smiling so much? So that's all for me for the moment.
Perfect. Well, I think I'm going to take about an hour of your time, and I hope that all of you will be smiling together with me at the end of this call. So I hope we get to that position. That's my target for today.
Pita je ga pitao zašto je tako nasmejan i dobro raspoložen. On kaže on želi da svima vama objasni tačno šta se dešava i da će svi mi da budemo isto tako oduševljeni i nasmejani.
And I do want to say that Sasha has been doing a great job also teaching Serbian language for me. So I hope that one year from now I will be able to understand your language fully and communicate with you on that as well. So that's another target that we're going to be working towards.
Kaže da sam ja dobar posao odradio zato što sam ga prošle godine kad smo već sarađivali zajedno naučio već da priča naš jezik i on je siguran da će da nauči još bolje pa će da moći sam da na našem jeziku predava sve.
Now, I very much understand that obviously there are a lot of different countries from different nationalities who are joining in the call here today. But I very much believe that we all share the same vision and same target for our business.
Kaže, ako smo svi iz razne zemlje i države, ovdje mi svi imamo istu nadu i isto želimo da napravimo od ovog biznesa jedan profitabilan biznis.
And I also understand that many of you have been involved with Cloud Horizon even since the very beginning, about 2 years from now.
Can you repeat once again? My connection was...
I also understand that many of you have been involved with Cloud Horizon from about 2 years already, from the very beginning of the company.
On zna da smo svi bili od početka, pre 2 godine već u startu, kad je krenuo ovaj biznes.
And you have seen a lot of movements, a lot of changes, a lot of things that have evolved during these 2 years of time.
Okay, now just once again, Jay, because I had a bad connection. It was broken. Now I'm here.
Okay, great. So I said that many of you who have been from the very beginning of Cloud Horizon involved with this business, you have seen a lot of movements, a lot of changes, a lot of development that has happened over these last 2 years.
Vi ste svi vidjeli da se dosta desilo i dosta se promenilo u zadnje 2 godine.
And many of these have been challenges that has needed to come, we have needed to overcome. And some of these have been things that young companies will need to learn as you are entering into a brand new industry.
Kaže, bile su dosta promjene i dosta stvari koje mlade firme treba da nauču i koje treba da se promene i da se odradi šta je potrebno da stignemo tu da smo sad.
Now, my target and my mission is to be able to make everything make sense to you, to become simple, efficient and profitable.
Moj cilj je da ja sve mogu lepo da vam objasnim, da razumete sve, da budemo eficijentni i da pravimo dobar profit.
And I also understand that there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of things that you would like to know, and things have been changing and so on. My target is to make all of those things to become as clear as possible for you, maybe not in this phone call, but in the next coming weeks and couple of months.
Meni je želja da sve vam objasnim, da sve razumete, možda ne baš u ovom razgovoru danas, ali u sljedeće nedelje i mjeseci sve će da vam bude jasno i sve će da shvatite.
Now, what I would like to start with is I would like to start off by giving you the overall update and idea of the big picture. What are we really building here?
Ja hoću sad da vam dam pregled o ovom biznesu, šta mi radimo i gdje smo sad i dok smo stigli.
Now, we're going to be focusing first on learning what is the Corsair Group, what is that company, what do we do, and how are we all working together with that.
Just once again, bro, please.
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about Corsair Group and how we all work together and how we are all connected inside that.
Prvo ću vam objasniti kako radimo sa Corsair Group zajedno i kako smo povezani i kako sve funkcioniše sa sve firme zajedno sad.
Okay. Now, we all know that this year has been the most or the worst year ever for our planet with plastic waste.
Ova godina je bila najgora godina u zadnjih godina zato što najviše plastike se pravilo isto radi korone.
All of the face masks and plastic gear and protection outfit and single-use plastic bags that we created this year is more than any other year ever in the history.
Kaže, sve te plastike što su napravljene da se pokrije sve radi korone, da se verificira, da se i te kese što više što su koristene, kaže najviše od ikad se proizvodila plastika.
In the last few years, everybody was saying, stop using plastic bags and single-use plastic materials. And this year, everybody wants to use them because they're afraid of the virus and want to be protected.
Prošle godine niko nije tada koristio više plastiku zato što znaju da je loše, a ove godine radi korone svi su koristili što više plastike da se čuvaju od korone.
Or maybe not everybody, I shouldn't say that, but a large group of people.
Kaže, mnogo ljudi su to radili i koristili mnogo više plastike.
Now, because of this situation, the European Union and the European Parliament decided to take drastic action. They wanted to take big action to solve this current problem.
Radi te situacije Europska unija je napravila drastične korake da reši taj problem.
And the way to do this is by putting the plastic manufacturing companies to take responsibility of the plastic garbage.
Oni su sad dali odgovornost ovim firmama koji pravu plastiku, koji proizvodu plastiku, da budu odgovorni za tu produkciju, da se to ponovo reciklira.
In other words, the European Union decided that starting from the 1st of January next year, the plastic manufacturing companies must start using recycled raw material in their plastic manufacturing.
Znači oni su izbacili sad zakon da moraju te firme da koristu recikliranu plastiku od sljedeće godine od januara.
So this means that when a plastic manufacturing company is making new plastic, they are forced to use a minimum of 30% recycled plastic raw material when they are manufacturing new plastic products.
Kad pravi te firme, kad pravu plastiku, kad proizvodu, zakon ih sad natera, tako reći na silu, da mora da koriste 30% od tog ulja što pravu plastiku, da bude produciran od stare plastike recyclovane.
Now, the most popular type of plastic in our planet, which is produced most every year, is the plastic film. It's basically all the wrapping materials, plastic bags, and packaging products.
Kaže, najviše plastike što je korišteno, to su one plastične kese, ona plastika što se zapakuje, to je najviše korišteno.
The only way to recycle this type of plastic waste, like the plastic bags, for example, is by using what is commonly known as chemical recycling.
Jedina mogućnost kako može to da se odradi, to se zove kemičko recycling.
Chemical recycling, in other words, means pyrolysis, exactly what we are doing. Converting the plastic bags into oil.
Piroliza, to je baš to što mi radimo.
So basically what it means is that we take a plastic bag, we use the pyrolysis system to make it into oil, and from that oil we make a new plastic bag.
Znači mi koristimo te plastike, napravimo ulje i od toga ponovo se pravi plastika.
Now, the plastic manufacturing companies are now forced to use this type of recycled plastic. And if they do not, they will they're forced to pay 800 euros per 1,000 kilos of new plastic which does not contain this recycled raw material.
Te firme su zakonski prinuđene, znači moraju da koriste 30% od toga što prave nove plastike, da bude od pirolize ulje, to je baš to što mi radimo.
So in other words, the plastic manufacturing companies don't really have a choice. They have to be using the recycled plastic.
Znači te firme što proizvodu plastiku nemaju nikakvu drugu mogućnost, oni moraju radi te zakone, ako ne mora da platu kaznu, mora da koriste to recyclovano ulje.
Now, because of this development, an international, one of the leading business consultancy firms called McKinsey is now estimating that the chemical recycling industry will, within the next 10 years, grow to become about $75 billion industry.
Ta firma McKinsey, ona je rekla da će u sljedeće godine da se napravi sa tom industrijom što mi radimo, da se proizvodi od plastike, pirolize, ulje, 75 milijarde dolara će da bude promet.
And most interestingly, they are estimating that this industry will be able to provide in profits approximately $25 billion per year within the next 10 years.
Od toga 25 milijarde dolara bit će profit napravljen sa tom industrijom.
And as of today, as of right now, this industry is in the very, very early stages. We are already today one of the leading chemical recycling companies in the world.
Radi tog razloga oni su baš tek na početku, a mi smo sa našom firmom već trenutno jedna od firme koje su među prvima i koje vodu tu industriju koji proizvodi najviše ulje.
Now, this decision from the European Parliament has had a lot of, I would even say, groundbreaking effects on the companies working in this industry.
Ta situacija sad ima mnogo jake efekte na te firme što pravu to ulje, a sad ću da objasniti tačno kako.
And the situation is that even with us, we are just in the very, very early stages of the business. But we're not the only one. There's also other companies in this industry who are doing the same things as we are doing, but they are also still in their early steps.
Isto te druge firme koje već su počeli da rade u to i mi isto što radimo to, svi mi zajedno smo tek na prvi koraci u toj industriji. Jade, only one short thing I want to tell you. I had a problem with my car and now I solved it.
Sure.
It's going again and now
Okay.
Now it's I'm inside in the car. Samo da vam prevedem,
Okay.
Ja sam imao malo problem sa autom, sad sam ga sredio i sad nema više taj galame pozadini. Okay.
All right. Good. Perfect. Thank you. So the whole industry is in the very early stages, but already now we can see great things happening.
Ova industrija je na početku, ali već sad vidimo kako dobre stvari su se dešavale i šta se dešava tu.
Now, one of these things that happened very recently is that another company who is involved by doing the same operations as we are, which is based in Norway, just recently completed their construction of their factory located in Denmark.
Jedna firma što isto radi kao što mi radimo, oni su sad skoro završili fabriku u Dansku, završili su fabriku sa sve mašine.
And the factory that they built in Denmark is about 40% larger than the factory, the facility that we are building right now here in Bangkok.
Ta fabrika što oni imaju tamo u Norvešku je samo 40% veća nego ova fabrika što mi pravimo u Bangkoku.
Now, just to give you a little bit more information about this company, and then I'm going to make my point, and you'll understand why I'm explaining to you about another company.
Sad ću da vam pokažem samo nešto ponoći da razumete zašto ja pričam od ove druge firme.
This company from Norway has been operational for about 5 years.
Ta norveška firma je radila kad su krenuli 5 godina.
2 years ago, they were listed in the Norwegian Stock Exchange.
Pre 2 godine su listovani u Norvešku Stock Exchange.
And they just earlier this year completed the construction on their first factory.
I sad na početak ove godine su tek završili konstrukciju od njihove prve fabrike.
In the recent years, they have been producing very, very small amounts of oil.
U zadnje godine mnogo malu količinu ulja su proizvodili.
And they are just now today in a position where they're starting to get more continuous production in place.
I tek danas oni startuju da produciraju više i više ulja.
Within the last 12 months, they have done about 50,000 euros in turnover.
U zadnji 12 mjeseca oni su napravili promet od 50.000 evra.
Which, if you think about any company, any business, is not a big amount of sales.
A to nije baš velika količina za bilo koju firmu za prodaju.
In other words, what we can say is that this company is in a very, very early stages, same as we are.
Znači ta firma je isto na samom početku, isto kao što smo mi.
But in this September, this company was now valued at $1 billion in the stock market.
I sad ove godine u septembru na stock market ona je procenjena i proglašeno je da je ta firma vredna $1 milijardu.
Now, the reason why I'm explaining this to you is so you understand the big picture of where are we heading as a company.
Zašto vam objasnim to, da bi shvatili veliku sliku u koji pravac mi idemo sa ovom firmom.
And as we can see, there are already other companies who are working in the same industry, which will give us now something to compare our numbers and operations to.
Znači, bit će druge firme koje isto rade u tu industriju i onda možemo da uporedimo koliko mi proizvodimo, koliko oni proizvode na osnovu toga, zato što već oni su procenjeni na tu cifru, oni će nama isto da daju jednu vrednost veliku.
Because this Norwegian company is the only company on the stock market, but they also have to release their actual public numbers about their sales and costs and everything else. So we can learn a lot about their operations while just reading their quarterly announcements.
Oni pravu dobar posao za nas, jer oni će svaki 3 mjeseca da proglasu koliko su pravili i šta su pravili i koje cifre, na to može mi da isto napravimo naš biznis i da se orijentišemo.
This allows us to compare our performance to their performance.
Znači, sa time možda da uporedimo koliko mi performiramo, koliko mi pravimo i koliko oni pravi.
Now, our target as a company is that we are going to have Corsair Group as the company being evaluated in the middle of next year.
Naš cilj je da naša firma Corsair bude procenjena vrednost sredinu sljedeće godine.
And our target is that at the middle of next year we would reach a valuation between 50 and 100 million euros.
Mi smo sigurni da će da nas procene sa vrednosti između 50 i 100 miliona evra.
Additionally to that, our target is to even faster expand our operations here in Asia and especially in Europe.
Naš cilj je da što pre pravimo što više mašine u Aziju, ali isto i u Evropi.
And we are targeting ourselves to reach that $1 billion valuation within the next 2 years.
I naš cilj je da sljedeće 2 godine mi isto dobijemo da nas procenu sa tu vrednost od $1 milijardu.
Our target is also to enter the public trading to stock market within the next 3 to 5 years.
Naš cilj je isto da uđemo u stock market, u taj public trading isto za 3 do 5 godine.
And if I would have told this one for you 6 months ago, you would have thought that I'm maybe dreaming or I'm a little bit crazy, which I probably am a little bit. But I think I think in this group it's actually it's just a good benefit to have a little bit craziness in your mind.
Sam ja vama to rekao pre 6 mjeseci, vi bi svi rekli da nisam normalan, da sam malo drugačiji, ali upravo ja jesam drugačiji u ovoj grupi jer mi želimo svi da pravimo veliki biznis.
But now we have others in the same industry who have already done that. And if we compare our production to them, I'm almost certain that we are, as of today, already producing more oil than what the Norwegians are.
Sad kad se uporedimo sa tu norvešku firmu, to što oni rade, ja sam već siguran da mi već sad trenutno proizvodimo više ulja nego što oni trenutno proizvode.
And now we have something that we can compare ourselves to.
I sad isto imamo nešto gdje možda se uporedimo i da vidimo koliko oni pravi, koliko mi, na osnovu toga možda sami znamo koliko smo vredni.
Now, let me give you a very quick summary specifically on what is Corsair and what are we doing at the moment.
Sada ću da vam objasnim najvažnije stvari, šta je firma Corsair i šta mi trenutno radimo, čime se bavimo.
So Corsair Group is a group of companies which is developing business solutions for 3 of the largest global environmental problems.
Corsair je grupa koja traži rješenja za 3 najveći problema za naš svijet.
Those are plastic waste, air pollution and climate change.
Prvo je plastično đubre, onda što se prlja vazduh i treće što se klima menja.
So as a company, we are about much more than just the plastic waste or the chemical recycling.
Znači mi kao firma, mi smo mnogo više nego samo da pravimo od plastike ulje.
We've been working already for about 1.5 years on other projects as well, which we are going to be introducing to you very soon.
Mi već 1.5 godina radimo isto na još druge projekte koje će uskoro da vam objasnimo i da vam pokažemo.
But most importantly, everything that we do is about providing solutions for these 3 global environmental problems.
Najvažnije šta je naš cilj i šta mi želimo da nađemo rješenja za ta 3 najveća problema što mi sad trenutno imamo.
As a company, we are at this very moment established both here in Thailand as well as in the Netherlands.
Kao firma mi imamo centralu u Tajland za Aziju, a u Holandiju isto za Europu.
Our office in Amsterdam works as our European head office.
Naš biro u Amsterdam radi kao europski glavni biro.
And our office here in Bangkok works as our global head office.
A ovaj biro u Bangkok radi za ceo svijet.
Now, a few months ago, we took over an existing plastic waste to fuel processing facility here in Bangkok.
Pre par mjeseca mi smo preduzeli ovu fabriku što proizvodi ulje već sa 2 mašine u Bangkok.
This facility had already been operational for a couple of years.
Ta fabrika je radila već par godina.
And it had 2 machines that had already been producing fuel continuously for the last about 2 years.
Bile su već 2 mašine kad smo mi preduzeli koji su već u zadnjih 2 godine non-stop producirali ulje.
What we have done in the last about 4 months is we've been renovating this facility refurbishing it, bringing it more higher in its operational standards, and doing full maintenance on these two machines.
Mi smo u zadnjih 2 mjeseca renovirali to sve, pravili servise na mašine, popravili stvari, poboljšali stvari i sad mašine radu mnogo dobro.
Also, as you might have seen, we are, as of today, almost completed with the installation of our third production machine.
I danas već smo završili da postavimo i treću mašinu već.
What you can see here in a picture above, you can see the old facility, which is the one that we've been renovating.
Na ovoj slici vidite ovu staru fabriku što smo mi renovirali.
And then next to it you can see an empty piece of land.
A pored te fabrike vidite jedno prazno mesto zemlje.
What we are doing is we're going to continue our work to improve the old facility as much as possible.
Znači mi ćemo tu staru još bolje da poboljšamo i da pravimo nove stvari i da pravimo nove da još bolje rade.
And then on the empty land we're going to build a brand new warehouse where we are going to put more machines into.
Tu da je jedna prazna zemlja, tu će da pravimo novu fabriku gdje će da stavimo još mašine.
Our target is that by the end of next year we would be able to produce a continuous flow of approximately 600,000 liters of oil from this compound, from this facility.
Naš cilj do kraja sljedeće godine je u tu fabriku u Bangkoku da proizvodimo 600.000 litra monthly, you said, no?
Yes.
Mesečno 600.000 litra.
The total area that we have in our possession and in our ownership is about 6,500 square meters.
6.500 kvadrata ima tu.
6,500 square meters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way that we're going to reach our production target of 600,000 liters per month is by having 10 of these production modules.
Sa 10 takve mašine mi ćemo da proizvodimo 600.000 litra mesečno.
One production module being able to take in about 120,000 kilos of plastic per month.
Jedna mašina može da se ubaci 120.000 kila plastike unutra mesečno.
And to convert that 120,000 kilos to approximately 60,000 liters of oil.
Jedna mašina stavi se 120.000 kila plastike unutra mesečno i napravi se 60.000 litra mesečno ulje i 10 mašina, to su tih 600.000 litra mesečno što smo rekli malo pre.
Now, in a normal situation, let's say the time before the COVID, we would normally be looking at selling this oil for about a minimum of 50 euro cents per liter.
U ovo vreme pre nego što je počela korona, normalne cene su bili minimum, znači najmanje 50 centi na litar.
As you know, because of the COVID situation, the oil consumption has dropped significantly, and that's why the oil prices are still today at historically low levels.
Znači svi znate šta se desilo u koronu i znate da je ulje cena pala dole kao što uopšte još nije bila u zadnjih 20-30 godina.
But what we can also see is that the demand is rising, and because of that also the oil price is increasing almost weekly now.
Šta smo isto vidjeli da potreba ulja sve više i više je potrebno, zato isto počelo sad opet da se diže cena za ulje.
So as of today we are basically selling our oil for an average of about 30 euro cents per liter.
Sad trenutno mi prodajemo litar ulje za 30 centi za litar.
But I strongly believe that during next year we're going to see the market price for the oil to go again and reach somewhere about 40-50 cents a liter.
Ja sam siguran da sljedeće godine ima opet da se digne na 40-50 centi na litar.
Now, the customers that we are providing this fuel for are many. We have many different types of customers.
Imamo mnogo raznih kupca za to ulje.
For example, what we do is we provide the oil for oil refineries.
Mi prodajemo to ulje za rafinerije.
Companies that will take our oil and then they will refine that to become gasoline, diesel, and kerosene for the airplanes, for example.
Znači te mašine rafineriraju i pravo od našeg ulja benzin, dizel i kerosin.
We also sell our oil for the marine industry, for the large ships that use oil to sail on the seas.
Mi isto prodajemo ulje za marinu, znači za veliki brodovi.
But our real target for the future is to focusing as much as possible for the plastic manufacturing industry.
Naš najveći cilj za budućnost je da se fokusiramo na te firme što proizvodu plastiku, zato što oni zakonski su prinuđeni da mora da koriste 30% od našeg ulja.
Now, one of the key reasons why we want to focus on this is that when we sell our oil for the plastic manufacturing company, we are doing a complete recycling of the plastic.
Znači mi kad prodajemo plastiku naše ulje tim firmama, mi pravimo 100% recycling za celu plastiku.
Because the reality is that when we make the plastic bag into oil and then we make it into gasoline, we're not really recycling the plastic bag.
Mi kad recimo pravimo od plastike ulje i onda to ulje se koristi kao ulje, onda ne pravimo baš reciklažu.
It's much better to make the plastic bag into gasoline and diesel than put it in a landfill. But the reality is that it is not recycling.
Znači bolje je da se pravi ulje od plastike nego da se baci na đubre, ali to isto nije rješenje da se 100% pravi recycling.
What we really want to do is we want to sell all of our oil to be made into new plastic products. And in that way, the old plastic bag will first be moved into oil and then made into new plastic.
Mi želimo da tu plastiku, celo naše ulje prodamo tim firmama koji pravu od tog ulja što smo mi pravili od plastike, da ponovo pravu plastiku i onda je pravi recycling.
Another very important key element is that when we sell our oil to the oil refineries to be made into gasoline and diesel and such, we will get somewhere between 40-50 cents per liter.
Mi ako prodajemo tim firmama dobit ćemo 40 do 50 centi na litar koji pravu recimo ulje od naše, koji koristu to ulje, ne pravu plastiku.
But when we sell our oil to the plastic manufacturing companies, we can get paid as much as up to €1 per liter.
Ako prodamo tim firmama koji proizvodu plastiku od našeg ulja, onda možemo dobiti cenu do €1 na litar.
And that, I can tell you, makes a big difference in business.
I to je mnogo velika razlika za naš biznis.
Now, these are things that we're currently negotiating. Companies and the largest oil companies in the world.
Mi sad trenutno već pregovaramo se za biznis sa najveće firme koje radu sa uljem.
And from each and every one of these companies, their feedback has been only positive.
Sve te firme su nam mnogo pozitivno reagirali na naš biznis i na to što radimo.
And we do not have to worry if we can sell our fuel or not.
Znači, nikad nećemo imamo problem da li može da prodamo naše ulje.
Only here in Thailand right now, we have buyers who are ready to buy more than 6 million liters per month.
I samo ovdje u Tajlandu imamo firme koje su spremni da kupu 6 miliona litra mjesečno.
Which is 10 times what one facility would be able to produce per month.
To je 10 puta više nego što može naša fabrika sa 10 mašina da proizvodi.
So right now, our problem is not if we know how to convert the plastic into oil. Our problem is not about converting the plastic into oil.
Trenutno nije naš problem da pravimo od plastike ulje.
Also, our problem is not if we can sell that oil to a customer.
Isto nemamo problem da prodamo zato što imamo dosta kupca.
Our only problem right now is we don't have enough oil to sell every month.
Problem je samo što još ne proizvodimo dovoljno ulje da možda prodamo svima kojima je potrebno.
And I know that when we all work together on this one, we're going to solve that problem together.
Ja znam kad mi zajedno svi radimo na tome da ćemo da rešimo taj problem svi zajedno. Da pravimo više ulje.
And we are going to solve it by building more facilities and setting up more machines all over the world.
I mi ćemo da rešimo to kad budemo napravili svuda na svetu, više fabrike, više mašine svuda na svetu.
And regarding Europe, we're going to start that from Slovenia.
U Evropu mi ćemo da krenemo sa Slovenijom. U Sloveniju da se raširimo na celom svetu.
I'm actually very happy to have this call together with all of you just now, because we have had some really, really good progress in the last few days regarding the Slovenian project.
Ja sam mnogo sretan što baš sad imamo taj call, zato što u zadnjih par dana imali smo mnogo uspešne rezultate za Sloveniju.
Now, we are right now, at this moment, we are in the process of signing agreements. We are basically just now writing the agreements, which I'm looking to sign in the next 2-3 days.
Mi baš sad pripremamo sve ugovore koje treba za sljedeće 2-3 dana da se potpišu.
And right after that, we're going to be able to make some really, really exciting announcements for you, especially for you who are based in the Balkan region.
I baš posle toga, posle tih 2-3 dana imat ćemo mnogo dobre novosti, specijalno za svi nas koji smo sa Balkana.
But I'm very excited and very happy that we're going to be able to launch our European operations, and we're going to be able to start it from your region.
Ja sam mnogo sretan što možda krenemo da radimo sa naš evropski biznis i mnogo sam sretan što krećemo baš iz Slovenije tu gde je Balkan.
And even if you're not from the region, I know we have the Italians here and some people from Finland and different parts of Europe, it's going to be a groundbreaking moment when we will have production taking place in Europe, and you're going to be able to come there and visit the facility together with your teams, your families, and your friends, and you're going to be really seeing this happening by our own efforts in Europe.
Mi imamo ljudi ovdje isto koji su iz Italije i koji nisu baš sa Balkana, za svi u vas bit će mnogo dobro zato što krenemo da radimo celu Evropu.
Now, we have been delayed with our original plans because of the COVID. We didn't expect that the traveling between Asia and Europe would become this complicated and challenging like it has been.
Mi smo se nadali da će sa koronom tako komplikovano da bude.
But we have now found ways to overcome that is one company, Corsair is another company.
Kako znate, do sad je bilo Cloud Horizon jedna firma, a Corsair bila posebna firma.
And this has caused a lot of confusion for a lot of people, not really knowing what's going on here and what's going here and what's the agreement between these companies and so on.
Mnogo ljudi nisu znali tačno kako su te firme povezane i kako sarađuju zajedno.
So, but still we are all working towards the same target.
Kaže, mi i dalje svi radimo u isti pravac, imamo iste ciljeve.
So, because of that, a decision was made by Mr. Frank Ricketts, the CEO of Cloud Horizon, and myself to bring all of these companies and all of these projects and assets together.
Zato CEO od Cloud Horizon, Frank Ricketts i Jay, oni su zajedno rešili da te firme sastavu zajedno, da još bolje sarađuju zajedno.
So this means that Frank Ricketts will be now slowly going step by step towards retirement.
Frank Ricketts ide sad korak po korak u penziju.
And myself and our key management team, including the great leaders that you have in your network, will now take over the daily management of the Cloud Horizon company.
Znači, gospodin Jay Dusi, Veljko Saloranta, on će da bude odgovoran kao CEO i zajedno sa svi veliki lideri iz networka i svi veliki partneri koji sa njime zajedno sarađuju i sa vama svima ima da napravi da stignemo sljedeći korak i da uspemo sve.
And as a follow-up to that, this means that all of our businesses, all of our efforts will be aligned together. So we are 100% after that working towards same common targets.
Kaže, oba dve firme i svi koji su involvirani ovde ima sad zajedno da radu samo na jedan isti pravi cilj, to je da oslobodimo svet od plastike i da pravimo veliki biznes sa ulje.
Now, number one thing that we need to do is we need to make things more simple.
Prvo što hoćemo da radimo da napravimo stvari da budu jednostavnije, da ne bude tako komplikovano.
We need to make things more efficient.
Treba da napravimo da sve bude mnogo više eficijentno.
And we need to make this more profitable for you.
I naravno da napravimo da bude mnogo više profit za svi od nas.
Now, you don't have to be afraid. There's not going to be any major changes. We're not going to go that way suddenly and things are going to change overnight. You don't have to be worried about that.
Nemoj da se sekirate da ćemo mi preko noći sve da promenimo, to će da budu sitne promene koje će da pomognu da što brže i što bolje budemo uspješni.
But what you will see in the coming weeks and months is we're going to start making things step by step, making it better, easier, efficient and more profitable.
Vidjet ćete sad kako ćemo korak po korak da pravimo sve lakše, mnogo eficijentnije i mnogo profitablije, da možemo svi brže da dupliciramo i da pravimo veliki biznes.
So if any one of you says today that, oh, I'm just going to sit and I'm going to wait for these changes to happen and then I get to work, that's just an excuse from you to be lazy.
Ako neko od vas kaže sad ja ću da čekam te sve promjene dok se završe, to je samo kao neko izvinjenje zato što ti ljudi misle da budu lenji i neće sad da se involviraju.
And that's completely fine, I'm sure, for everybody, but you are the one who's going to lose on that.
Can you repeat that sentence, please?
I mean, if you want to be lazy, that's completely fine for me and I'm sure everybody else here in this call, but you are only doing bad for yourself.
Kaže, ako ste odlučili da budete lenji, da čekate, nikakav problem nije za svi od nas, ali vi sami će da gubite veliki profit ako čekate.
Because this is your business.
To je vaš biznis.
At the same time, it's our business.
A u isto vreme je naš biznis, od svi od nas.
And when I say our business, I mean our company.
Kad kažem naš biznis, ja mislim našu firmu.
Now, something that I want you to know that is very, very important for myself and every single key management person in Corsair Group is what I'm going to tell you now.
Jedna velika važna stvar što je za mene važna i za celu grupu koji su odgovorni za Corsair, to ću sad da vam kažem.
So our target is that we want Corsair Group to reach a $1 billion valuation in the next 2 years. We want Corsair Group to reach $1 billion valuation in the next 2 years.
Nama je cilj da stignemo vrednosti od $1 milijardu za sljedeće 2 godine.
And we will take the company to the stock exchange within the next 3 to 5 years.
Mi ćemo da odvedemo firmu na stock exchange za sljedeće 3 do 5 godine.
And during that time, I hope that the company is worth several billion dollars, not only one, but many.
Za to vreme, dok traje. Excuse me once again, please, bro.
Once we go to the stock market within 3 to 5 years,
yes,
my target is that the company will be worth several billion dollars, not only one, but many billion dollars.
Kaže, njegov cilj je da budemo više milijarde vredni kad budemo išli tamo na stock exchange.
Now, this company will always belong to the people who build this company.
Ova firma uvijek će da pripada tim ljudima koji se involviraju sad da napravu tu firmu i da napravu taj uspeh.
And what we are going to do is we are going to create a structure where all the key people, all the leaders of the network, and everyone who proceeds with their star ranking program will be able to receive shares from the Corsair Group.
This sentence once again, please.
So what we're going to be doing, first of all, this company belongs to the people who build it.
Firma pripada tim ljudima koji su sad napravili, koji sad pomognu.
And what we're doing is we're creating a structure where all the leaders, all the key people, and every member who proceeds, who advances in their star ranking program will be receiving shares from the Corsair Group.
Mi pravimo strukturu sad tako da svi ljudi koji su sad involvirani, koji sad pomognu i koji sad se trudu, da će da dobiju shares od Corsair Group.
So the people who built the business will be able to own the business.
Znači ti ljudi koji prave ovaj biznis ima isto da budu vlasnici od tog biznisa.
And these are not shares that you can buy, these are shares that will be given to you for free.
I te shares ne mora da kupite, nego dobit ćete besplatno.
So this is very important, and I hope and I do believe that when we work together, there is going to be great big reward for all of us for doing that work.
To je mnogo važno da razumete i ja sam siguran da će za svi od nas bile mnogo velike zarade i mnogo uspeha sa naš biznis.
Now, regarding the operations in Europe, as I've said before, we will start from Slovenia, and after that our target is to expand as quickly into so many or as many European countries as possible.
Mi želimo sada da krenemo sa Slovenijom i što više evropske zemlje da krenemo i da raširimo biznis kroz cijelu Evropu.
I'm going to make a bit joke here, but I think, Sasha, you can see he's moving so quickly. He just went to do a business presentation while he's doing translations for us, and now he's going to the next meeting.
Kaže da sam ja sad trenutno radim prezentaciju, prevodim vama i putujem već na drugi meeting.
He's always on the move, always on the road.
Uvijek na ulici, uvijek u pokretu.
Always moving. Very good.
Always assisting, always moving.
Exactly. So basically our pipeline right now for Europe, it starts from Slovenia, and we have already right now several excellent locations in countries such as, for example, Belgium, France, and in the Netherlands. And those would be the 3 following countries that we're looking from that, together with Austria and Ireland and many other places.
Sljedeće koji planiramo da radimo su Belgija, Francuska i Holandija i isto Austrija i Irska.
But Slovenia will play an extremely important role of starting our operations in Europe.
Kao što sam rekla, Slovenija bit će mnogo važna lokacija za start u Evropi.
And even if it feels like there hasn't been any announcements about that in the last couple of months, we've been working a lot behind the scenes to be able to reach to this moment where we are right now today.
Iako nismo mnogo proglasili u zadnjih par mjeseci, mi smo mnogo radili u pozadini da bi mogli da stignemo tu gde smo sad stigli i to što smo vam sad javili.
So there will be several very big and important announcements made still during this year.
Ove godine bit će još mnogo dobre vesti do kraja ove godine za vas.
Now, as Cloud Horizon is coming in to Corsair Group, we are going to be, as I said before, simplifying this in many ways.
Kao što ste čuli da Cloud Horizon će da bude zajedno sa Corsairima da pripada toj grupi, bit će mnogo stvari jednostavnije i bolje.
And I would say that our main goal is to start creating real value for the ISF token.
I ja bih rekao, naš najveći cilj je da napravimo dobru vrednost za naš ISF token.
And we have already outlined, we have already created the plan and the strategy for ISF for the next coming years.
Mi smo već pravili mnogo dobru strategiju za ISF za sljedeće par godine.
And our target is to start implementing these actions in January next year.
I naš cilj je da krenemo u januaru sljedeće godine, da jednu po jednu od tih akcije da uvedemo u biznis, da krenemo da se digne cena od našeg ISF tokena.
We also have created a solution for the SUM token, which I believe many of you are holders of as well.
Također smo našli mnogo dobro rješenje za ovaj SUM token. Ja mislim da mnogo od vas isto imaju taj token.
And we're looking to solve every problem, every issue that there has been in the last years in the company and get them all solved one after another.
Mi sad gledamo jedan po jedan od ovih problema što su u zadnjih par godine postali, da rešimo jedan po jedan.
What I ask from you is I ask from you a little bit of patience on waiting when these actions will start to take place.
Šta bi ja želeo od vas samo da imate malo strpljenja dok to budemo sve rešili.
And I want to also thank you for your trust that you have shown for me already in this process.
I hvala vam puno za povjerenje što ste pružili u toku ovih zadnjih godina do ovog procesa što smo do sad uspeli sve.
And I also want to be 100% completely open and honest with you.
I želim isto 100% da budem otvoren i iskren prema vama.
When Frank Ricketts originally asked from me if I would be interested of becoming a director in Cloud Horizon company, I initially told him no thank you.
Kad je Frank Ricketts pitao Jaya da bude direktor u Cloud Horizon, on je rekao hvala vam puno, ali ne želim da budem direktor u Cloud Horizon.
And even if I have been involved and surrounded by the network marketing industry my whole adult life, I never had a target to be operating or managing a network marketing company.
Iako sam bio involviran u networku ceo moj život, ja nikad nisam imao taj cilj da ja budem odgovoran kao direktor za network marketing.
I can tell you that I don't own a single share in the Cloud Horizon company.
Ja mogu da vam kažem 100% da ne posjedujem nijedan share u Cloud Horizon.
I don't have a network in Cloud Horizon, or I don't own even one SUM or one ISF token.
Isto nemam network u Cloud Horizon, niti imam ISF ili SUM token.
And I have never received any payments or personal gains from Cloud Horizon company.
Nikad nisam dobio ništa od Cloud Horizon firme.
And I can tell you that this decision to include Cloud Horizon into Corsair is not in any way motivated by personal financial gains for myself.
I ta to što smo odlučili da Cloud Horizon pripada Corsair, uopšte nije odluka doneta da pravimo profit ili da zarađujemo pare.
When we had this conversation with Frank Ricketts, where he asked if I would be willing to take over the management, I first, as I said, I told him no.
Kad sam imao taj razgovor sa Frank Ricketts da ja preduzem management od Cloud Horizon, ja sam mu prvo rekao da ne želim.
And I explained to him after that my only interest in Cloud Horizon company is to make sure that every single member is getting looked after, is taken care of.
Ja sam njemu rekao da je moj jedini cilj i jedina želja je da svaki koji je uložio i koji je krenuo sa Cloud Horizon, da se brinem za njih i da svako dobije što treba da dobije.
And every single owner of ISF token or the SUM token is also looked after.
I svaki čovjek koji ima ISF ili SUM token, za njih isto će da bude rješenje, da isto zaradu pare na to.
And I told Frank that my only interest is that every single person who has ever believed in this project and this mission needs to be receiving benefits from it and needs to be looked after.
Ja sam rekao Franku da svaki čovjek koji je ikad verovao u taj biznis i koji je uložio pare, da za svakog treba da se brine i da svako treba da napravi profit i da zaradi pare zato što je u početku dao poverenje i u početku verovao u ovaj projekt.
And I told him that my only interest is that we get everything working in a simple way and we can build more of these machines to do and complete our mission.
Moj jedini interes je da napravimo ovaj biznis da bude za svakog što jednostavnije i da napravimo što više mašine i da završimo našu misiju.
And I am not motivated by personal financial gains.
I ja nisam motiviran za privatne, za moje zarade, za moje profite, nego želim, pogotovo sa Cloud Horizon, da pomognem tim ljudima koji su od početka verovali.
And for that, Frank said, well, that is exactly why he would like me to take it over.
I onda ti Frank rekao, zato ja želim da ti preduzeš to i zato je bila ta odluka da Cloud Horizon pripada Corsair.
And I want this to be commonly known, I want this to be publicly understood, that this is how things have evolved.
Ja želim da svako od vas zna tačno kako je to bilo i da je to tako bilo kako sam ja sad objasnio.
Nobody is trying to capture the company or push Frank out.
Niko nije hteo da izbaci Franka ili da preduze firmu ili nešto u tom smislu.
These decisions and these ideas have been presented by him. This is his wish.
Te odluke i ta ideja, to je on dao taj predlog da bi se preduzelo to i da bi se pomoglo svim ljudima, zato što on ide u penziju.
Now, our target is that we will be able to bring the network and your great leaders that many of them are here in the call today, closer to the corporate, closer to the administration.
Naš cilj da svi ljudi koji su involvirali sad i u network i naš biznis da budu što bliže sa glavnom administracijom i sa boardom, glavni ljudi koji odlučuju.
You have great leaders here in this call today, like Peter Shaw, like Vittorio, like Jean-Luc, like Sasha, like you are, like John, like many great leaders, Vittorio, in this call today, who know how the network marketing company needs to be operated.
Imamo veliki lideri u ovom kolu, imena ste čuli, koga je spomenuo, koji su veliki lideri u network i koji može da napravu veliki biznis, imaju mnogo iskustva.
And most importantly, how the operations on the field should be operated.
I isto kako treba da se radi sa ljudima u networku napolje i za ceo biznis.
But many times what happens is that the actual network who is working on the field is in a totally different world than the administration of the company who sits in the office behind the computer.
Normalno se uvek dešava drugačije nego glavni ljudi od firme.
So what we want to do is we want to bring those more closer together and working together to make this function, as I said before, as easy, as efficiently, and as profitable as possible for you.
Mi želimo da sastavimo to sve zajedno, da budemo svi što bliže, da svi razumemo šta radimo i kao što smo rekli da bude što jednostavnije za svi, da bude što eficientnije i što više da se zaradi na ovaj biznis, za svi u nas.
And I'm absolutely certain, I'm 100% confident that with all the experience and knowledge that we all together have, when we put that all together, there's only one outcome, there's only one solution from that, and that is for us to reach our goal and to complete our mission.
Ja sam 100% siguran da će svi mi da uspemo i samo jedan cilj imamo, da završimo našu misiju i da će zajedno to da uspemo 100%. Ja sam 100% siguran.
And what is our mission?
I šta je naša misija?
To solve the largest global environmental issues on our planet.
Da rešimo najveće probleme koje naš svet trenutno ima.
Help as many people around the world as possible by improving the environment.
Da pomognemo što više ljudima na ovom svetu i u isto vreme da poboljšamo naš svet.
And to create wealth and financial independence for each and every person who is helping with that mission.
I da pomognemo svim ljudima koji pomognu za ovu misiju, da budu nezavisni financijski i da ne mora više da razmisle nikad o parama.
We have in our hands right now an opportunity which is larger than any one of us has ever been involved with.
Što je mnogo, mnogo veća nego bilo šta što su svi od nas već bili do sad involvirani.
Only with one of our three main areas, only with one, we are already now involved with an industry with an estimated $25 billion in profits in less than 10 years.
Znači, za manje od 10 godine može se zaradi preko 25 milijarde u ovom biznisu.
And our target is to grow to become one of the leading companies in the chemical industry, chemical recycling industry.
Naš target je da budemo jedan od glavnih firma koji su tu kemičku industriju, da budemo jedna od najvećih firma koje postoje.
And when we all work together and we believe in our goal, we are going to succeed.
I ako mi svi radimo zajedno i svi verujemo u to što želimo da uspemo, onda ćemo 100% da uspemo.
Thank you very much.
Hvala vam svima puno.
Good.
Well, Jay, all I can say is truly inspirational.
Kaže, sve što mogu da kažem da me to inspirira stvarno.
And you know, guys, for me, this is just the sort of person I want to be working with, building my business forward.
To je baš ta osoba s kojom ja želim da sarađujem zajedno i da napravim moj biznis da bude sve bolji i bolji.
A young guy who's hungry, on a mission, who's just like so fired up, knows what he's doing and is actually doing it.
Mladan čovjek koji je gladan i željan da uspe i koji tačno zna šta treba da se uradi i stvarno to radi što je potrebno.
I don't think you're thinking of retiring anytime soon, Jay, is that correct?
Ja mislim da nećeš skoro u penziju, Jay.
I'm not planning on sleeping before we reach that 1 billion target.
Ja ne planiram da spavam dok ne stignemo 1 milijardu target.
That's what I like to hear. Someone with energy, someone with fire, someone with a passion, someone who wants to get the job done.
To je to što želim da čujem. Čovjek koji ima snage, koji ima moć, ko želi da završi taj biznis.
What do we got to do, guys? We got to get our job done. You know, we know, and I'm confident with the relationship that we have with Corsair.
Mi ćemo da završimo ovaj biznis, ja sam siguran 100% za taj biznis i sa tom zarađujom što imamo zajedno sa Corsair.
That I don't have to look over my shoulder and worry, are they taking care of business?
Da ne treba da gledam iza moje leđa, da se
They're
brinem za ovaj
getting the job
biznis.
done.
Oni će završiti taj
What do we
biznis.
base that on?
zašto ja to mislim, zašto to spomenim?
We base it on the facts.
To je to na fakte što će da budu.
And you will see the evolution of our business gradually over time.
I vi ćete da vidite vremenski kako će da budemo sve bolji i bolji.
Because like any real business, and many of you know, to build a real business, it takes time.
Vi znate da treba vremena da se pravi pravi biznis kao što mi pravimo sad.
And this is the phase that we're now in, expansion.
I to je to što mi sad radimo i što rastemo.
And I believe that the third machine, which will increase our production capacity by 50%, is also now this week, probably. Jay, maybe you give us a little update on the third machine. I believe it'll go into the testing phase in the next days. Maybe you would like to share that with the people?
Ja sam siguran sad sa ovom trećom mašinom da će proizvodimo još 50% više. I sad će Jay da objasni kakva je situacija i kad će da krene mašina.
All the structural work for that machine installation has already been completed.
Instalacija je već završena.
And we are now, your translation is so quick, that's fantastic.
I say only the keywords to understand, bro, as fast as possible. Always moving.
Efficient, I like that.
Efficient, yeah.
So, yes. So, you want to translate that?
Kaže da mnogo dobro prevedem, eficijentno i kratko. Ja pokušavam da najvažnije stvari prevedem, da ne uzmemo previše vremena od vas. I told them I try to summarize everything, but in a summarized way so that we don't take a lot of time of the people which are involved now.
Perfect. So all the structural works are completed and we're looking to start the test heating of the reactor in the next coming days.
Kaže, cela instalacija je završena i mi sad gledamo da krenemo da zagrejemo mašinu, da testujemo, da vidimo kako radi, da krenemo da produciramo.
So the development and the progress here in Thailand is moving forward extremely well, and I'm very anxious of being able to announce you some great news regarding the European project in a few days as well.
Kaže, mnogo dobro ide nam posao, svaki dan mnogo koraka se završavaju i mnogo sam sretan da mogu za par dana da vam kažem mnogo dobre novosti za Sloveniju isto.
Yes, and also what is very reassuring and gives me a lot of confidence is the team that Jay has assembled around him, who are also doing a fantastic job.
Taj tim što je Jay isto napravio u svojoj okolini, koji mu pomažu i koji imaju najvažnije funkcije, mnogo dobar job su završili i mnogo dobro rade zajedno.
And these are people who you will meet when you travel to Thailand, like Sunny, like Karat, like Charles, and other people who are playing a key role in the development of our business.
Kaže, kad budemo išli za Tajland, svi će da vidimo i Sunny i Charles i ovo treće ime što je spomenuo, to su ljudi koji su pomogli u pozadini da stignemo tu gde smo isto.
Because this is the only way that we can build this, is build it together. It's we, the power of we.
Kaže, ta moć od nas svi zajedno, tako možemo jedino da napravimo zajedno, da svi zajedno vučemo u isti pravac.
So it's all about the contribution that we make, that we contribute to this amazing journey that we are on.
Znači sve to koliko mi snage damo i koliko mi se trudimo da što pre završimo to sve.
And before, you start sending us messages and emails and everything else, when are we going to know how you're going to solve the SUM? How many shares are we going to get and this? You just got to understand and believe that we're here to do the right thing and to make this happen.
Pre nego što šalju ljudi pitanja kad će ovo da bude završeno, kad će ovo da se reši, kad ovo, bitno je da svi samo znate da smo mi tu 100% i da sve damo od sebe da što pre da se završi to, da što pre stignemo tamo gde trebamo.
And how you know that we are here to do the right thing and make this happen?
Kako znate da smo mi ovde da pravimo stvari koje treba da se radu i da će da stvarno da napravimo to?
Is because we're still here.
To je zato što smo još uvek tu i još uvek radimo i još uvek idemo dalje.
Because the easy option would have been to exit stage left long time ago.
Kaže, najlakše je bilo da svako ide svoj put još od kad već.
Because this is too important for us. This is something we're passionate about. This is something we know that we can make successful. This is something we know with 100% certainty that we can achieve.
Ovo je mnogo važno za nas, ovo je to što smo mi mnogo oduševljeni, ovo je to što mi znamo da možemo 100% da postignemo i to je taj naš cilj što mi želimo da ostvarimo.
And the feeling I have is maybe the easiest way to explain to you is just imagine it's your birthday.
Taj osjećaj što ja imam, mogu da vam objasnim ovako. Zamislite da je vaš rođendan.
What happens on your birthday?
Šta se dešava na vaš rođendan?
People call you up and congratulate you. Maybe they give you presents and they wish you, oh, fantastic, good time and everything else. Maybe you have a party. It's your birthday. Good things happen on your birthday.
Znači, ljudi vas zovu kad je vaš rođendan, daju vam poklone, čestitaju vam sve najbolje, to je mnogo dobra stvar za vaš rođendan.
You have 100% confidence that good things and presents and people are going to wish you well on your birthday.
Znači, vi imate 100% dobar osjećaj kad vam ljudi želu sve najbolje za rođendan i daju vam poklone i tako dalje.
I have exactly the same confidence in knowing that we are going to achieve the success that Jay has just outlined, build this company to $1 billion company.
Ja isto takvu sigurnost i takav dobar osjećaj imam da Jay i mi svi zajedno ću da uspemo ovaj biznis i da stignemo tamo gde trebamo i da nam uspe sve što želimo.
And this is one of the key things of success.
I to je ključna stvar da budemo uspešni.
Is knowing where you're going, knowing what your goal is, knowing what your end result is.
Da znaš gde ideš, da znaš gde hoćeš da stigneš i da znaš isto šta će da bude tvoj rezultat kad bude sve gotovo.
And then working backwards and implementing all the things you need to do to get that journey completed.
Znači da se radi unapred, ne da se gleda unazad i da se odradi svaki korak što je potreban da bi se završio ovaj biznis kako želimo.
And we all can be part of that journey.
I mi svi možda budemo deo od tog puta da putujemo sad da budemo uspešni i da uspemo sve što smo želeli.
There are some fantastic promotions now on the table from the network.
Ima isto mnogo jake promocije sad baš trenutno u networku.
With regard to if you become a 1-star, then the company will, you send in a ticket, they will make you a 2-star.
Na primjer, kad svako ko postane sad jedna zvezda i šalješ tiket na support, dobiješ odmah da si 2 zvezde dobio, znači dobiješ odmah 2 zvezde.
And if you become a 2-star, they will make you a 3-star.
I ako budeš 2-star, oni te napravu 3-star i zarađuješ kao 3-star.
And Jay has just told you how important it is to be moving up in the star ranking because those are the people who will be rewarded when the company go to the public exchange, will be rewarded with the shares.
Jay vam je isto rekao, ti ljudi koji su sad uspešni i koji pomažu da napravimo biznis, oni će da dobiju posle shares kad bude došlo to vreme.
And also for people who are 3-star and 4-star, it's the 1-stars and the 2-stars becoming 3-stars and 4-stars who push you up the ranking.
Isto za ti ljudi koji postanu 3 i 4 zvezde, ovi ljudi su i potrebni koji pravu 1 i 2 zvezde da bi oni išli dalje na 3 i 4 zvezde.
And what is so important for you to understand today, if there's nothing else that you take away from this call today,
kaže šta je mnogo bitno, ako ništa drugo ne možete da povedete od ovog gladnog dana sa sobom danas,
is that we are family and we will look after the people who help build this company.
Mi smo familija i mi će da gledamo 100% i za svi ljudi koji sad nam pomognu da pravimo ovaj biznis i svi će da profitiraju 100%.
So as an old mentor, or he's not so old, he's actually younger than me. You can have mentors who are younger than you as well.
Kaže, Jay je mlađi od mene, isto može se ima mentor koji je mlađi od tebe.
But one of my mentors said to me one time, I never forgot this.
Jedan moj mentor mi je rekao, to nikad neću zaboraviti u životu.
He said, you're either in or you're in the way.
Ili si s nama ili si na putu da budeš s nama.
So guys, are you in or are you in the way?
Jel ste s nama ili ste na putu s nama?
Because we are going to do this
Mi će to da radimo
with
i sa vama,
or without you.
a i bez vas.
It's that simple.
Tako jednostavno.
Simple as that. My last thing I just want to close off with is that next week, Jay, I've just got a message from the German community, Germany and Austria mainly. Would you be able to do a call maybe next Tuesday or Wednesday evening, the same call for the German-speaking people, and we translate that also?
Sure, absolutely. We can do the same time next Tuesday.
Super. So if you have other people that you want to share this message with, then get them into that call as well, ladies and gentlemen. And
right.
I really am so motivated to see so many of you on this call this evening.
Sljedeće nedelje u isto vreme će da napravimo call na nemačkom, znači svi ljudi koje poznate, koji nemački razumu da dođu sljedeće nedelje.
And we will also be doing a global call, I think on Sunday, the 6th of December as well. This is another thing in our pipeline.
U nedjelju 6. decembra napravit ćemo isto jedan global call, da znate.
So guys, let's just get on with it and just let's make this happen, because this is absolutely an amazing journey that we are on.
Ajde svi zajedno da napravimo, da nam uspe to sve, da idemo zajedno ovaj put.
And we will do this.
Uradit ćemo to.
We will do it together.
Uradit ćemo zajedno.
And I'd just like to say, Sasa, thank you very much for your translation this evening. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you, Sasha.
You're very welcome, bros. I'm very sorry for this inconvenience, because I had a little problem with my car, and then came the service to start it again, and then I moved there, but I sometimes I lost the connection. That's why I asked you the second time to repeat the sentence, but I think the people understood everything. I'm very sorry for that.
You've done a great job. No, I know your standards are very high, but you did an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you also everybody who came onto the call this evening for your time and also your commitment to what we are doing. And we have this call recorded by our good friend Roger in the UK and just outside London.
Hvala vam svima što ste uzeli vreme da slušate ovaj call, i mi smo ovaj call isto snimili.
And we hope to be able to post it in the next couple of days so that you can share this with people who were not maybe able to get onto the call this evening.
Mi će trudimo što pre da pošaljemo to u grupe, da možda šaljete ljudima koji nisu imali vremena da budu sa nama večeras.
And one last word of thanks to Daniela, lovely lady down in Serbia, who you've also in communication with, Sasa, and also Vittorio, who are very initiating this call this evening, very much in the initiating of the call.
Hvala puno Danieli i Vittorio koji su pomogli za ovaj call da se stavimo svi ljudi zajedno.
And for John also to plug in his Slovenian team, and it's all about...
I Johnu isto puno hvala što je ubacio svoj slovenski tim, znači svi su bitni da uspemo svi zajedno.
And for all of you on the call today, on Sunday we will be doing a Top Gun Academy call, and it's going to be the Ladies' Day. So if any of you want to participate in that, the only rules are that you need to be a lady, and we're just going to stay out of it and observe it. Of course, the men can log in, but we're going to let the ladies do their thing.
U nedjelju će da bude jedan važan Top Gun call za žene, znači sve žene su dobrodošle da dođu, bit će mnogo interesantna i važna stvar.
So girls, bring it on. Ladies power, girl power, come on.
To mislim je svako razumeo.
Okay, I'm just going to play you out with one of my favorite songs here now. I think we've covered everything. I don't see any questions. And this is sort of like my mindset. And I often say this to Jay when we finish our chats. Let's take it to the limit one more time, bro.
Evo na kraju ću pustim još jednu pesmu koja mene motivira i koju ja želim. I na kraju uvek kažem, ajde idemo do kraja i da uspemo svi zajedno.
So there you go, guys. Let's take it to the limit one more time.
Ajde još jednom do kraja da uspemo sve najlepše svima. Hvala puno. Prijatno, čao.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Hvala svima puno. Ćao.
All alone at the end of the evening, and the bright lights are faded to blue.